The main benefit that our leadership team experienced from using PI is that afterwards they were able to communicate with each other much more effectively. It broke down barriers, it helped them really understand each other, it helped with cohesion in the team and generally with team effectiveness. So I'm Colleen Highfield. I'm the Vice President of HR for Europe and Africa in Moneygram. Moneygram is a money transfer organisation. So what we do for our customers is we enable them to move cash from one country to another in minutes. In Moneygram, in the Europe and Africa business unit, we have a leadership team that is geographically dispersed. What that meant was they weren't operating very effectively as a team. And the reason I asked Fiona to come and help us was to introduce PI in a very safe way to enable the team to gain some insights about why they were not communicating very effectively with each other and try and address some of those communication challenges. So the organisation was very siloed, it wasn't working collaboratively, and we were re-engineering problems from scratch in different jurisdictions. It wasn't effective. So I met Fiona first of all in a previous organisation that I worked in that had rolled PI out as part of both their recruitment and development processes. And I met her because she trained me. She spent 3 days training me as a PI assessor. So we had a great 3 days where she shared all her knowledge and learning with me, and from there our professional relationship grew, and I was very happy to introduce Fiona to my new organisation, Moneygram. In terms of our journey, so when I introduced PI and the leadership team, each person in that team undertook their own profile. Fiona gave them their feedback and they were absolutely astounded at the level of insight that the tool was able to provide. But not only that, the way in which Fiona delivers the feedback was so impactful to them. She's very credible from the depth of her expertise, but her natural style is extremely influential and impactful at the most senior levels. It gave us a very, very safe way to have a very constructive dialogue by respecting each other's natural differences and strengths. So it opened up a dialogue that needed to be had around how we were communicating as a team. It introduced a common language for the team to work with in a very safe way. All of these very senior leaders that are very ego-driven were able to open up and share with their peers insights about themselves using this common language. What I found when I arrived at Moneygram is that the regional leaders were working in a very siloed manner. So what that meant was they weren't sharing any learning with their other counterparts. There was duplication of effort. They were protecting their patches, and therefore we were just not working effectively as a leadership team. And that did have a bottom line impact because they weren't working together to effectively grow the business. I think for me there's two things. One is the simplicity of the tool, because there are many psychometric tools on the market and you end up having to take long and strange questionnaires to get to an output, whereas with PI it's extremely simple, it's very fast, and again that works well when introducing it to senior leaders that are time poor. In terms of the output, it's the tool in all my experience that gives the deepest level of insight, not only to an individual's motivators but also to their natural strengths. Knowing how strong Fiona is in terms of both her depth of expertise in PI and her credibility as a facilitator and a leader of quite strategic conversations around team effectiveness, I knew that she'd be a great choice to help me tackle some of the team effectiveness and communication issues that I was facing, so I called her to help. I would have absolutely no hesitation in recommending Fiona as a partner in any business. She is extremely talented, both as an expert in PI, but as a senior leader, influencer, and a facilitator. I think Fiona's brilliant.